Hi, my name is Elizabeth Morris, and I am your Scholars Physics teacher. I teach both physics and chemistry at Heron High School. A little bit about me. I went to Butler University, which is what originally brought me to Indianapolis. And at Butler, I studied secondary education, chemistry, and Spanish. Chemistry is really where my passion is and what I love learning about and continuing to research and study. But I also did study Spanish, so I always challenge my students, if they know Spanish, to talk with me, to challenge me in that, and to help me brush up on my skills too. But then prior to being at Heron High School, I was a middle school science teacher in IPS, and then now I've been at Heron for about 2.5 years, and I love high schoolers. I love just all the growth that's happening with them and love being with them. I also am a book club sponsor, so have loved interacting with students through sponsoring that club. Some different things to look forward to in physics this year. We try and take every opportunity we can to have hands-on learning. We know that this is the best way to learn, and students enjoy this and are engaged. And so we're really hoping to be able to do all these different activities. We have a lot of new labs planned this year, so excited to test those out as well. So this is just an activity that we do during a waves unit. And then this is called the Van de Graaff. You may have seen it in different physics movies or TV shows, but it's where you touch it and then your hair goes up. So we talk about all the science behind that and what is happening. And then the classic egg case project, students are assigned a team to work and try and make the best possible creation to help protect an egg during the egg drop. So why is your scholar taking physics as maybe a freshman or transferring in or as a sophomore? And it is because Heron High School is a physics-first school. This is one of my favorite parts about teaching at Heron High School, and I have loved teaching physics as well. And this is because physics is the foundation of science. Students learning physics really well as early on in their high school career is helpful because then we can pull back on this knowledge from physics and chemistry and in biology. So I've really loved learning it a lot, or teaching it to them and learning from them through it. And then the other big reason is it reinforces a lot of the math skills they're currently learning. So a lot of our scholars are in algebra right now. And so physics, we talk a lot with the math teachers about how we can work together to teach the same skills, teach them in different ways, physics with the science mindset as well. Throughout the year, we'll explore a variety of topics, anywhere from history to circuits, sound, and then we'll end the year with some modern physics as well. Some of your scholars have been invited to be a part of Honors Physics. A little bit more about Honors Physics is it is a weighted grade, so it is on a 5.0 scale instead of a 4.0 scale. It's called an integrated honors, so similar to their English classes. Students remain in the same class, however, there are both honors and standard students in it. The honors students will receive more challenging material, and we're just striving for a deeper understanding. It's more of an enriched curriculum, not necessarily more material or more homework, but just more challenging to get that deeper understanding. The grading in physics is a little bit different, so I want to highlight that. We do what's called skills-based grading, so you'll see that in the grade book in a couple weeks here once we have some more material under our belt. But students for each skill will have a homework, a daily quiz, and then a mastery test every couple weeks. So notice that we still have the same breakdown as every other class at Heron High School. We have 70% mastery and 30% practice points. However, the 30% of their grade that's practice is broken into two categories. IP, which is homework, and then quizzes is daily quizzes that they take almost every single day, and this is just to check their understanding from their homework and the notes we took the previous class. And this is a really good picture for students to see what did they struggle with on the quiz, what should they study prior to their mastery test. So really just encouraging students to take the quizzes as a form of feedback, so then they know what they can study prior to their mastery test. A little bit about independent practice. Independent practice is typically completion points out of 2 points. If they receive a 2 out of 2, it means that they completed it fully, showed all their work. A 1 out of 2 is they completed part of it, not all of it. And then 0 out of 2 is that they completed less than half of it, or nothing at all, or maybe didn't show their work. So really encouraging students to do the practice, to then help prepare them for the quiz, use the feedback from the quiz to maybe come to office hours, get help that way, and then take mastery tests that, of course, are the majority of their grade. And then students have the opportunity to remediate to mastery skills, just like their other classes. They have 2 passes per quarter, and remediation is a privilege. So in order to take advantage of this, students must complete the assigned practice that I've given them, whether that's homeworks, a study guide, notes, and then schedule an office hour to review the material, because I want to help them figure out why did they struggle in the first place, what can we do to help them be successful on the remediation. What do I expect? I expect students to come prepared and excited to learn every day. They should have a calculator, a pencil, come engaged all the time, so we can work and learn together. If your student ever has a question or concern for me, they need to email or speak with me directly, just to help with that advocacy during this stage. And then if you ever have a question or concern for me, please email me. I want to be a partner and teammate with you to help your scholar be successful. And then the independent practice should only take about 20 minutes per assignment. And then if scholars are ever absent or struggling, I expect them to come to office hours. Office hours are a great tool to meet with me one-on-one and just really get individualized help that can't always be provided in class. And then my contact information is just emorris@heronhighschool.org. My office hours are Tuesday mornings and Thursday after schools, and I'd really love to see your scholars there to get to know them better and also help them with whatever I can. Feel free to email me throughout the year, and I look forward to hearing from you.